Hello everyone, welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, and as always, if you are enjoying the content and the video itself, please do subscribe and leave a like after the video if you have enjoyed. If you want to see more, that subscribe button is always there for you to hit. It's completely free and it helps me out a ton, so I appreciate everyone that does that. Now let's get right into this game. Today we have the Malians in the red. They will be played by Cop. Cop is a great streamer. I would highly recommend going to check him out on Twitch. We'll leave his link in the description below. I have no idea why I decided to go from the color to the civ, then to the player. Let's try that again. We have Corvinus 1 as the Ottomans in green. Another really great streamer is also being casted in the Silver League a lot that I've been casting every single round. I'm going to cast even more tomorrow. So if you do enjoy casting streams, go check me out there. The link is in the description below. And if you enjoy streams, you should also go check out Corvinus as well. His link will be in the description below for his Twitch channel too. Very, very high level players. Have both played in Silver League, competitive, pro terms as well, so this should be a banger. Now I will be posting stats very soon. There's just not enough to go around the current moment. The Malian build is still pretty stock standard, if we're being honest. It just seems like it's going to be those we actually have been seeing a little bit of variation, haven't we, in the past couple of weeks. Are the Malians finally balanced? Let me know in the description below. They were so giga broken before, so maybe they might be somewhat okay. The Ottomans seem pretty solid this patch. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, especially with these juiced Sipahi. With that new range and the amount that they can really produce out of them, the Ottomans are looking pretty strong right now. Now, of course, the former build of the Malians was always that pro scouts, steal all your deer, and then transition into the Ferrer garrison, which would then be essentially just produce non-stop archers out of that thing until you had a nice mass, and then you'd go Sofa as your front line, and then you'd pretty much just all in your opponents in that castle age before really the need for siege or anything like that. And you'd pretty much just be indispensable because of all this passive income from your pit mines, from your Mansa Quarry. We're not seeing too much trade out of the Malians with that Sahara trade post in the network, so see if anything changes around there. The Twin Marionette is the classic stock standard for the Ottomans. Haven't really seen the other option in quite some time. Now, do note the Twin Marionette to get a slight change. So to make sure you don't have to actually watch every single thing, you can start off with 3 on the berries. And then just make sure if you do put 4, there is a chance that they completely pick it out. So we'll see how Corvinus decides to deal with that as the current moment. But I'm assuming he's going to put 4 and then just slightly micro them over and over again, because that's just what pros do. But for us normal people, 3 to 4 is the new standard, and 3 you'll have absolutely no troubles with the desyncing of the berry bushes in the slightest. Now we do see this early in military school. I mean, it's pretty standard against the Malians. You're going to go down, you're going to put all your spearmen to across the map. Here's a little green dot to go. Is this the scout? No, it's not the scout. Where's the scout at? The scout is somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I'm not going to continue to look for it. I can't really see too much of the green. There it is. The scout does add a good amount of damage as well. So if you do want to get down and quickly as possible, the scout is always an option. We see that the Cop is going out to start to heal that house, which also makes sense in the sense that you don't want to be losing that. That's passive income that you can't stand to be losing. But there's also really no. I was going to say that's usually what happens. This is what we've been seeing out of the Malian into Ottoman matchup. Those two then go poke down the villager as quickly as possible, as they can, and then you kind of move on from there. There's probably about 2 houses that will be going down. That seems like the standard before that first archer comes out on the map. So there goes the first one, and here comes the second one. Here's the archer. The scout has joined in. I think they'll be able to get down the second house into that burning spot before the archer pushes them back. But this is the cat and mouse game that usually happens early on in this matchup. As you can see, with that addition of that scout, the scout's really carrying the team here. As you can see, throwing those 13 bombs, which really, really impact heavily. And the scout can actually stay for quite some time. It looks like the village is going to be pulled, but not in time. And then it also looks like that Corvus is able to get out with that other spearman. So there you go. 2 houses going back up. Again, it's not a huge investment for our Malian friend. As you can see, the houses really only cost 25 wood, which is half the cost of normal houses, which is why they're able to pull off that many houses dropping in the beginning of the game. We have another military school going down here for Corvinus, and going to be starting to spread that Sipahi, start to get that mass of Sipahi going, and then going to be spreading across the map. Complete map control will be for the Ottoman player, especially with this amount of Sipahi on the map. There's only one, but that just makes it, there's no really response over here from Cup. We don't see those warrior scouts anymore with those nerfs to their healing, which I think I can speak for everyone. I say thank goodness. Pretty sick and tired of seeing those things every single game. It's going to be interesting to see what the Malian players decide to do in these new matchups. We have an archer mask kind of be, I know, just the one archer just to deter them. But 2 Sipahis now on the way. And we also have a staple going around and then an archery range. So here we're going to see the Sipahi with archers as backup. And we're probably going to see a little bit of a feudal age all in. Been seeing it more and more out of the Ottomans. They built up just this massive force such early on with these 2 military schools and then their extra production, because if you put them around this, blacksmith then boosts their production rate by 20% by age, which makes it so good. It looks like we have a cheeky pit mine over here by Cup. A forward pit mine is always ambitious. I mean, if it's not scouted, it's going to work out fantastic. That way there will be no, because if usually what would happen is it would go down over here and be very susceptible to kind of an all-in through this like wood line over here and just start to attack right here. So if Corvinus doesn't scout, this is going to be definitely a pain in the butt, and very good play, 5-head by Cup. But if this is scouted, then the game is pretty much over. So this is a boomer bust strategy here by Cup, which we love on this channel. And yeah, sorry, my phone buzzed, got slightly distracted. I will now turn it over. Didn't mean to be distracted from this wonderful gameplay. I really appreciate all the nice comments that I've been getting on the past couple videos, so I really appreciate every single one of you. We'll be continuing on our journey with the Journey to Diamond series this coming Monday, and then we're going to be asking a few things from you guys in the comments, so look out for that coming out as well. And I've just been having an absolute blast casting, so I'm going to continue doing it. It seems like you guys have been enjoying it as well. We're about 70 away from 500, so let's see if we can make that happen as soon as we possibly can. And I appreciate all the help that you guys are helping me get there. So let's see if this cheeky pit mine is ever scouted. It looks like we do not have room for any more houses in the range. So now this lone soldier's over here just hanging out going, I don't know what to do anymore. Look at how many Sipahi are out, though. There's already 6 with that extra range. Like, look at how crazy this is. There's 7 archers. There's 7 Sipahi. There's 3 more on the way. Do you see why the Ottomans are so good right now? It's just unbelievable. It's like they're the English or the French in the feudal age again. And they just have so much incredible production. And they can just amass a huge army. It looks like Corvinus is out looking for this second pit mine. He knows it's around here somewhere, so he goes to check the big cheeky pit mine over here. I think the last one he's going to check is back over here. It looks like Cup has decided to start to take some stone. I think probably just because it's a little bit the easiest. It looks like the scout has actually found it, and as you can see, it's going to be beelining for this pit mine, and I think that is going to be honestly it. I don't know how Cup is going to survive with all this going down. You can see the Sipahi are on the move. The meta is beating that drum across the map. I mean, I think I'm just going to pretty much call this a failed forward pit mine. I don't even know what the YouTube video will be called, but Ladies and gentlemen, do not try this at home. It is not going to work out for you. Maybe in the lower leagues if no one scouts at all. But Corvinus was on the prowl for that pit mine because he knows there needs to be two. Check the big one over here. I'm assuming the scout checked all of these three over here. This was deduced that this was the last chance it was going to happen. I will say Cup does have a sizable army on the backhand side, and this is going to buy him some time. But it is a heavy investment. These pit mines aren't exactly the cheapest thing ever. And we do have sofas out in the map. Let me see if I can quickly choose one of these. Yeah, pit mines are 150 gold. So not the cheapest thing ever. There is another town center from Cup. So it looks like using this distraction to drop down a second TC. I will say a big investment, but did get some gold out of this pit mine. And then on top of that, this giant force of 12 Sipahi and 14 archers is nowhere near his base. So it does allow him to get that second town center up pretty easily. Has a full plethora of these cattle ranches with all the cows inside. And so it's not the worst thing in the world. We're going to switch back to gold per minute. It's looking pretty good. And so is the food per minute. So Cup's actually in a decent spot. Honestly, if the pit mine was right here, I feel like he'd even be in a better spot, but we'll have to wait and see. That one sofa doing a little bit of damage, but these Sipahi are here to take it down with that increased range. The new poking strength of the Sipahi showing its prowess and going to be tracking down the sofa and getting the kill. There's only 2 sofas out in the map, so not nearly enough to be a front line. We only have 3 Donzas as well, and we have 16 Sipahi. So I'm not sure the game plan here for Cup with that second town center. It's a bit aggressive, a bit bold, and we don't have the H3 coming down yet, and we can see Cup is floating a lot of gold at this point with this new build order, the 2 TC Malian. Haven't seen that in quite some time, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out too well. You never know though, there's always a chance. Here comes all the blacksmith upgrades because he has so much gold. Just trying to get some equal footing on this. We have the javelins coming out. We have Musafati as well. Where is this little cluster? It's over here, hanging out between the 2 TCs. Because that's what you're going to need to deal with this monster. This feudal age all in by the Ottomans is looking pretty spooky. And this is a lot of Sipahi. And these Sipahi do a lot of damage, especially with that meter bonus. 2 buildings as well. Look at the meter. You can pop that. I think they have it. I think they have an active. Yeah, fortitude. Look at that. Look at that fortitude. 50% attack speed, and there it is. They're gonna pop it, and they take so much less damage, and they do so much damage. This is diving 2 TCs right now. This is what's happening. They're diving 2 TCs as a light horseman unit. That is absolutely insane. And as you can see, Corvinus is just eating this army alive, eating it for breakfast, and they're going to be diving even further. And here we go onto these vills. The vill kills are going through the roof, and the Sipahi are taking names, taking numbers, and they're taking lives as they go through. The javelins are getting eaten alive by the long range of the Sipahi, and this one is not looking good for Cup. The sneaky forward pit mine not paying off too well into the 2 TC Malians. Are the Malians, are they no longer the broken civilization that they once were and the prowess they had for so long? I will say after a while, you are starting to start to do some damage when 2 TCs are peppering you for this long with no armored units. That fortitude has gone down, and as you can see, the damage may have been done though. 14 villagers killed. Now there's an 8 villager disadvantage. I will say Cup will have the advantage of producing really fast, but there are still 10 idle villagers. What just happened? I just lost my mouse there for a hot second. Hopefully you guys didn't lose the me speaking. But Sipahi are now forming a cluster. And here comes the ram technology. We have these 4 sofas looking to tango. They're going to instantly pull back. One goes down with just one quick volley from these archers, and the rams are going to be in on these stables. Sofas are trying to be produced as quickly as humanly possible. There's 5 on the way, but that is not enough of an army to take on 20 Sipahi with that fortitude active, which is going to make this army that much tankier for about 10 seconds, but 10 seconds is all Corvinus needs to do the damage that he has to do to this Malian base. Here comes the 3 rams with the protection of these archers. There's a meta going to be beating that drum in the background, and here they go. They start to move forward, and all this infrastructure is going to be going down. It looks like it looks like we're just going to wait and patiently wait to see how much damage and what can be done. There is 10 sofas out in the map, but now there's Janissaries coming out for Corvinus as well, and they're starting to move across the map, and those will absolutely shred these sofas. And it looks like there's another pit mine attempted to be put up over here, but that will be stopped right in its tracks by these rams. These rams are completely uncontested. Another one is rolling in hot like an assembly line, and we're going to be moving into this blacksmith, which is actually probably the least impactful building they could probably be doing. It looks like the sofas are moving out to do a counterattack. Cup is just saying there's no way I hold this base, so I'm just going to do some damage across the map. It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pans out. We have 4 rams all attacking this TC. The Sipahi are getting involved. They're out here looking like fire lancers with how quickly they tear down buildings with this many rams. There goes down the TC, and it looks like they're going to move on to the next infrastructure. This poor Sipahi is out in the map, and it looks like we just have a gathering of archers and janissaries. They're now moving in, and there's the GGs. The feudal age all in by this Ottomans are looking scary. Let me know what you guys think about this build in the description below. And if you did enjoy, please do subscribe and leave a like. I appreciate all of you. Have a great night.